Good news, hyenas, they're making another Persona 4. No, another one. No, another one. No, another one. No, another.
That's a lot of nuts!
Welcome back, hyenas, to Shmeem Review, the show where we take a look at reviews and then shmeem them, to my understanding. Last week, we took a look at Elon Musk and Donald Trump's divorce, and the comments were something. Hey, great show. I think you should talk about Musk and Trump's falling out in the next one, maybe even the unemployment meme. Do you guys not watch the show? That delayed clap sound really got me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Persona 4 Revival. Sometime last week, Yuri Lowenthal, the English voice actor for Yosuke Hanamura in the Persona 4 franchise, made a post on Blue Sky stating that, to everybody who's been asking, no, I will not be returning to voice Yosuke for the Persona 4 remake, which led everybody to speculate two things. One, how could you replace Yuri Lowenthal? He did an excellent job bringing Yosuke to life.
Wait!
And B, wait a second, there's a Persona 4 remake? Not including the PC release of Persona 1 back in 2002 that I don't even think anybody is aware of. Persona 4 Golden, which in itself is a remake of the original Persona 4, was the first Atlus-made Persona game that everybody really considered to be a PC release, followed shortly afterwards by Persona 5, and then the remake of Persona 3. It felt like it was only inevitable that there would be a Persona 4 remake, but to my understanding, I don't really think anybody was expecting it to be announced so soon, but as of just last week, a few days after Yuri Lowenthal's tweet making everybody speculate that there was in fact a remake of Persona 4, yet again coming out sometime soon, it was confirmed by Atlus themselves. That's it? That was the trailer for the new Persona 4 revival? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! Aside from a few glamour shots showcasing a brand new revival of the streets of Inaba in glorious HD in a manner that I can only imagine is probably done in Unreal Engine, a lot of people have started to have discourse yet again about Persona 4, discourse that I might add that has been going on for the better part of 15 years. Allow me to take a look at some of my favorite memes from Persona 4 so as to inform you to the best of your ability so that you can be adequately equipped to never play Persona 4 Revival, because one of the biggest memes in the Persona community is that Persona fans have never played the game. This comes in twofold. It's not so much that nobody plays Persona, it's one of the most popular JRPG franchises after, I don't know, Pokemon, but because of that, it has led to a number of people making jokes and memes about the franchise, seemingly completely missing the point of some of the storylines and character arcs that should be relatively easy to grasp, but seemingly because it's become so popular that it's attracted a ton of outsider attention, some people are making jokes about Persona 4 that you definitely could not make as somebody who actually played the game. Perhaps it's an issue with reading comprehension. Perhaps it's just too difficult to understand that things aren't as they may seem on the forefront. And as somebody who has spent over 100 hours in Persona 4, and even went so far as to play the first game to not be called a Persona casual, I even went back and replayed 8 hours of Persona 4 because I messed up one dialogue option and missed the romance with Naoto.
I love you. Anyway, that seems to be the truth.
We did it. Had to reset 6 fucking hours, but we did it. The biggest source of discourse when it comes to Persona 4, arguably the only thing that really makes any argument within the Persona 4 community, is Kanji and Naoto, and whether or not they are gay and trans respectively. Now, Atlus historically doesn't do a great job of LGBTQ representation in their video games. Not so much my opinion as much as the sentiment that seems to be echoed by people who make video essays on the topic. For instance, when I replayed Catherine Full Body, Rin, the new introduced character who seems to be trans to some extent, is in her ending revealed to be an alien from another planet, letting everybody know that it's okay to be trans so long as you're an alien. At least that's my interpretation, but hey, I'm a Persona fan. I've never played the games. In the defense of everybody who's been arguing about this for over a decade at this point, it's not entirely without reason. Atlus does kind of seem like they wrote these characters 90% of the way there and then pulled back at the last instance in an effort to be more commercially viable, I guess. Naoto's been cross-dressing for half the game? Nothing to read into there. Kanji thinks he might be gay? Guess what? He isn't. At least you can romance Yosuke, which gives an explanation as to why he's been lashing out at Kanji and seems almost homophobic this whole time. Oh wait, that was cut from the game, so there's no explanation as to why Yosuke seems to hate gay people. It's this kind of story writing that really makes you want to just stare at a fire alarm.
Making breakfast for my beautiful wife.
Who the fuck is burning down my kitchen?
Obviously, there's not a whole lot to speculate about. Well, actually, there is a tremendous amount to speculate about the Persona 4 revival, because the announcement trailer was pretty much just showcasing the graphical improvement of the new city of Inaba, and really just showcasing that you have a 360 camera that you didn't in the original games, allowing you to view new aspects of that one street that you explore in the game. But there are a selection of memes that I would be remiss to play a new Persona 4 revival if they were to take away. For instance, Yukiko looks happy. All of the dead faces, if they introduce LA Noire style face tracking and actually give them expressive faces, I feel like it would actually take away from the game. You gotta keep the Juness jingle. If I don't hear Nanako say that every day's great at your Juness, I will Persona 3 myself. And you know what? Bring back Funky Student. Make sure we got Funky Student. If you don't, it'd be wiggity whack, bro. One of my favorite games of all time. What is the reality that the revival is actually going to be something that adds a lot of content for you to be able to play and experience, expand on some of the storylines that may not have the ending that some people wish that they had? And what is the chance that it just turns into yet another Atlus cash grab, remade in Unreal Engine, and sparks yet another 15 years of Kanji Naoto discourse? At this point, it's too early to tell. We're not 100% sure. But what I do know is that the memes, at least for the time being, have been a uplifting moment this week, and I hope that we only get more and more of them as more people talk about this game that I love so much. As a result, I give Persona 4 Revival memes a 8 out of 10. My opinion. Grok memes. I'm sure by this point some of you guys have seen the video that was recently uploaded by internet comment Eric with Etiquette covering Grok, the AI robot chatbot, as it were, designed by Twitter and used by Twitter users by just adding Grok and then requesting more information or a redo of images. It's an AI robot that Twitter users use. In Eric's video, he covers a number of the controversies that Grok has gotten into, both with a lack of foundational information resulting in misinformation when answering users' questions, as well as the ability to just randomly turn people black, amongst other things. More recently, however, people have started to notice that Grok now has the ability to manipulate photos using AI in a manner that is ever so slightly more questionable, borderline criminal, depending on who you ask. You've always been able to do relatively silly things with Grok, so as to basically interpret Photoshop manipulation with users' photos. For instance, somebody can post a selfie, and then somebody else might say, "Hey Grok, could you put a paper bag on her face?" Or make a new image with her standing next to LeBron James or Michael Jordan or something. And, you know, it's an AI robot that uses AI to basically do Photoshop. That makes sense. Recently, however, the horniest users on Twitter have started to use Grok for more nefarious photo manipulations. For instance, this user says, @Grok, put white drippy glue dripping from her face with her tongue out, make her eyes cross a little bit, and give her a visible small red blush all over her cheeks as she looks up. What the fuck is wrong with you? Rule 34 of the internet states that if it exists, then there must be pornography of it. Rule 34.6, Article B, page 7, paragraph 13 states that if you were to post an innocuous picture of yourself onto Twitter, then you open yourself up to non-consensual AI-generated pornography of yourself because Elon Musk is too busy sucking at Diablo 4 to make sure that his website isn't breaking international laws. Has AI pornography been a problem on the internet for the better part of the last couple of years? Absolutely. Has it ever been so easy for somebody on Twitter to make this AI-generated pornography by simply adding a chatbot? Feels like we're stepping over a line here, although still not easy enough for some. This guy, @Cock, help this man. That's not even the right guy. The difference between somebody who makes memes and somebody who simply laughs at memes is somebody's capable of making the meme. Everybody's capable of laughing at an image, but actually popping up some sort of photo editing software to bring your idea into life is the difference between those who create and those who consume. And the ability to just @ an AI chatbot on Twitter and request something as simple as an image being made seems to be the thing that would lead to more memes being made. For instance, all the examples of people adding Grok and requesting images to be manipulated to be fat and bald were funny. But once you start teetering into the gray area of, I don't even know if this is legal anymore, shit starts to get ever so slightly less funny. That being said, I will say it's a teeny bit humorous, the sheer amount of detail that these guys are requesting out of Grok. I'm surprised Grok knows half these words, considering none of them are in the Bible. It does give me reminiscence, shades of that Master Chief meme doing the "can you pull your panties to the side" copy pasta. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Need you to take a picture with your ass out and your back bent in with your pussy barely peeking through from a low angle with your face in it, winking with your tongue out and your feet in it, and your arches exposed and your toes clenched and your...
Nice app, you disgusting fat pedophile, at Elon Musk, to which a user responds, at Gawk. Is this true? The Grok meme definitely feels like an absolute waste of potential, leading us into a direction that is almost definitely just gonna get the entire thing banned. In another universe, if you can imagine, people are adding Grok under funny tweets to say, hey Grok, generate an image of Pepe the Frog pointing and laughing at this meme, or like generating different frames from SpongeBob as reaction images, as they already are such popular reaction images on Twitter, but you could generate frames from SpongeBob that never existed, making the craziest memes that humans could not conceive of, and instead, we're just making shitty porn. It's always shitty porn. AI is wasted on Twitter users. That might be the most obvious thing I've ever said. The Grok meme, in my opinion, 3 out of 10. It seems borderline illegal. The funniest examples are really just kind of mid, as kind of sucks. What memes would you like to see in the next episode? Please let me know down in the comments, and remember to subscribe so you don't miss that next episode when it comes out. A big thank you to the patrons scrolling in the back. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.